friendos. Today we're gonna be playing some web fishing. Oh, I forgot to update the stream title and game. Let's do the game first and there we go. Now that those are both updated. Yeah, we're going to be playing web fishing for a bit. And later on, we'll probably do some hunting as well. Yeah, I'm in the Discord, so if people drop by, they will end up dropping by, they can, and they'll be talking. There we go, that's what I'm doing. And that's what I'm looking for. There we go. And that is posted there. Cool. Create game. Boom. We'll make this private. Just because I don't want people joining that I do not already know. Yeah, we'll do private for now. Create game. Where were we at when we left off? Oh, we were at opening these up. Not really, but might as well. Salt water. Yeah, we still have the one saltwater creature and then two other unknown creatures that we need to find. Okay. Let's see. I did. Okay, yeah. Brain process. So, before we started, I did send Colby a message asking him if he wanted to jump in. He is unavailable right now, but he may jump in later, possibly, depending on everything. As well as just any of the guys may drop by as we're playing. I can't remember. I think it's 90 per click that I do right now. That tiny man of war. Holy crap. Oh, nice. Okay, that's 90, I think. We may go over to the other dock, actually, to fish from the ocean here. the one down there. Just because we're not catching the one last saltwater creature here. And so we almost might as well try from over there and see if, for whatever reason, that allows us to catch it. Trying to look up right now. And see if we can figure out all the types of fish. Okay. 100. Yeah, so it's 90 per click. That's what I thought. Massive angelfish. Angelfish. There we go. That will tell us. 4 stars. That'll be pretty simple. There. Saltwater fish. Radiant bone. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that was a new thing. Nice. Now we just need to catch one more miscellaneous thing. Oh, but saltwater. Angelfish. Okay, so flaunt, golden manta ray, great white shark is what we're missing, I think. Yeah, we're missing a great white shark. And we are missing a diamond, I think. No, we've got the diamond. Weed. Creature is legitimately what it's called. The void. Okay, that's cool. And I'm actually gonna go back. We're gonna try to take a look at what the great white shark requires. Because I feel like I should have got one by now. Okay, so I've just been super unlucky with the great white shark. The only one that I haven't full on just haven't had a chance of catching is the void creature. Nice, that was quick, and this is a good fish too. Boom. Oh, alpha tiny lionfish. Nice. I thought that was just an alpha garbage item at first because of how small it was. After this cast, we are going to go over to this dock over here just to see if by any chance we can catch a shark from over there. Don't think it matters technically, but it may, for whatever reason, make our luck be better over there than over here. Oh yeah, theoretically, I'm going to try and make up for the time I missed with the stream and go an hour later than we would normally end it, but we'll see how that works. It's going to depend on my energy levels and everything, but at least for now, I'm tentatively planning on going about an hour later than we normally would. I don't think the dive is actually any faster. I thought it was for a while, but I'm starting to second guess myself on that. Okay. Oh, that was quick. This may be just a... Oh. Stingray. Nice. Definitely not going to complain about that. I think the fishing buddy look kind of funny. Oh, that's a hammerhead, dang it. They look almost like flat frogs that are sitting on the side of a bucket, which is maybe exactly what they are. I just still think it's funny. I thought that was the great white we needed right at first when we reeled it in, because it was definitely a shark. That much I could tell by the fin. And then when it actually made it to our hands and we were looking at it, it was like, ah, dang it, disappointment. Okay. Turtle. Octopus. What are you gonna give us? I think the bucket shaking is a bit weird, personally. Because every time I hear the bucket shake, my brain says that they've caught something. Because most games, like movement and noise like that would... Yes! There we go. There's the great white shark we needed. So now it is just this, which is the void fish. After doing research, which that one is one I would definitely needed to do research on because I would have never found it otherwise. Oh, dang it. I'm trying to use that mushroom as a jumping thing, but I keep failing. Let's just go for a different mushroom then, because that way I don't continue failing. Okay, so there were a few things it said, but the first one I'm gonna try is this. Okay. Oh, nope, that's not it. We already have that collected because that's one of the spectral items for the fishing pole we've got. Okay, in that case, we'll head this way again. Okay, I guess first we're gonna do some fishing here. And in the meantime, I'm gonna open my phone back up. Oh, what the? I didn't hear anything to say we had a fish on. Dang, that must have struck immediately. Okay. That was funny. 91. So perfect, just barely above my catch rate. Oh, nice. An alpha. Give us this. Yes, there we go. Alpha rainbow trout. Okay. So the void portal occasionally spawns, but I was doing the look. What I'm looking at is like it's gonna be better to just not wait for the void portal, where we only need one fish from the void to complete our collection. I'd rather just get it done. There we go. A bull, that's a pretty big bull shark to be here in the water. That's hilarious. Oh, nice. That was pretty quick. Okay. So the method we're going to use to get to the void is we're actually, for the first time in this my time plan, this going to use the vending machine for something. That was not quick. Give me, what do you got for me? Tiny walleye. Small walleye. Oh, nice. We're like right smack dab in the middle of the rain cloud. So when the rain cloud goes, yeah, when it disappears from above us, that means the rain cloud itself is almost definitely just gone as well. Yeah, okay. What the? That is no small crab. That is a tiny crab. The fact that it keeps blending in with our shirt every time it jumped. Yeah, 3-star. Okay. Not bad. Not great. Would rather 4-5-star, but 3 stars will do. Ain't more bait. When we run out of bait, we'll go ahead and call it for this fishing, and we'll head to get out of the void if the rain cloud hasn't dissipated by then. Ooh, what did we catch here? Holy! Helicoprion. Nature's pizza cutter. Okay. That rain actually did move more than I thought it would. The rain cloud. Oh, it's less that it's moved and more that it just dissipated finally. Come on, fishy. I'll give it another. Okay. There we go, finally. What type of fishy are you? Oh, an axolotl. With the coin bag. Nice. Okay, let's turn in our quest here first. We're gonna refill our bait. And now... water, shrink soda, big beverage, bounce brew. We'll grab that. There we go. And now we fish in complete darkness. There we go. Ew. Okay. Let's see. Did we actually catch a void fish? Because I don't know how this works. Tiny leech. Okay. There we go. We'll have our buddies continue to fish while we're here too. Because I don't know that it'll be possible, but maybe they can catch void fish for me as well. It's like a 2.4% chance, I think, is what I was seeing that we catch the void fish. Oh, dang it. Yeah, so it's a 2.5% chance. I was right. Good job, buddy. Ad break. Good job, other buddy. There. I was about to say, watch. The other one was the void fish that we missed. Like, got it on our second cast. But then, because I was distracted, we didn't actually get it reeled in. Gonna take a screen. Actually, we'll grab 2 screenshots of here in the void. Because I'm gonna. So what I'm trying to do actually, while I'm taking the screenshots, is I want to try and actually start having for the YouTube VODs, having a thumbnail that isn't just like it is from the game, but like more specifically, rather than just having 3 choices for a thumbnail, I wanna have a thumbnail that I will like. Okay. I feel a light breeze still. Yay. Ooh. Time to see what this is. Come on, Aladdin. Void fit. No. Tiny salmon. What do we got here? Carp. Yeah, so what the guide was saying is it's going to be most, like, just normally the freshwater fish and then the 2.5% chance of actually reeling in the void fish that we're actually after. Huge pike. Clownfish, which can't be seen. It's funny that this has a title, but like that wasn't as rare as some of the other things, seemingly. At least not in my experience. Come on, give us a fish. Speaking of fish, but not really, how much money do I have? $15,000. Oh, nice. Not perfect timing, because perfect timing would have been both of those caught one, and then I caught a fish at the same time. Large salmon, large angelfish. Come on, give me a fishy. Give me 3 fishy all at once. Okay, 3 fishy all at once. I guess that's acceptable. In that it's a 3-star fish, not actually 3 at once. Oh hey, good job, buddy. 1 fish. 2 fish. This better be a red fish they reel in. And this one better be a blue fish. I can't wait to get one of my friends on and bring him here. This will be so much fun. What do you got for us? A 3-star. Small largemouth bass. That's hilarious. Here he is. Small largemouth bass. Oh, wrong button. There we go. I hope we can actually catch one before we need to leave. 40. We came in with 45, I think, bait. And so the chances, the theoretical is we need to fish 50 times to catch one. But that's probably not how it actually is going to work. Though I guess actually, if it's going to be 50 or more, if it's got to be 50 or more, I'd rather go for 50. At least I think that's the correct figuring. I'm pretty positive it is.
Hold on. Is my mic working?
Yes, it is. Hi, Daniel.
Yeah, cool.
Hi,
Hey,
Shark.
is it all right if I talk to you about adding person to the server?
Yeah.
Okay. Which person did you want to add?
So my brother Daniel.
Okay. I
That,
think I've met him before.
yes, you guys have met him at least once or twice, because he worked at DI for a while, like actually at 2 different times, and I know you guys were there at least one, if not both of the times.
You do have, because you're a moderator.
Yes.
You do have
Yeah.
admin status, so that's it's fine with me.
Okay. Sounds good. I wanted to clarify with you real quick, and not just add him before you were aware that he would be getting added. I was talking to him earlier today and visiting with him, and I think it might help for him to occasionally be able to just feel welcome to come by and just chill with me, even if it's not in person. But while I'm streaming, for him to come and just jump in the call and chill, and that way, I can still kind of do what I am doing, where I'm just chilling in the Sailing Tacos and being there so we can talk and chat and everything. So, yeah. Again, wanted to be positive, because I know I saw that I am a mod in the server, but I don't want to just add him out of the blue without at least running it by you first. So.
Yeah. I've always had people like run stuff by me
exactly
kind of before, but I did change the way it works to that I have to be the one inviting, or one of my moderators does, and you already were a moderator, so that makes sense. But the reason why I've had trouble is that both Jedi and not both. Jedi, Jacob, and McCain have all added people that I didn't really know. First of all, and they didn't do anything in the server. And some of them were a little bit more kind of they didn't really understand what it was. Like this isn't a public server where we're just doing it for voice chats. It's very private, very close friends. Because I want to minimize the risk of people getting, used by each other, or something that HR wouldn't be proud of, right? So it's like this is very, very strict because of that. Hello, Chris. How's it going?
Hi.
And
we're just talking about the server.
Yeah, I kind of. That's what I've been planning on, but that's why I wanted to pass it by you. But I know, like, everyone in the group has at least met my brother Daniel in passing a small handful of times at least, and some have even worked with him, like at DI, etc. And so
I've added a lot of people's brothers before too, so that's pretty normal. But like adding Ethan from Home Depot, I said no to that because what McCain told me is that he was worse than Ethan, my brother.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's not allowed then. Ethan gets muted on the regular, so I'm not gonna want to do that to multiple people.
Yeah.
So I'm like, even my little brother he's only here because he's my brother. Otherwise, he would not be here. Which I know that's super contradictory and unfair, but again, it's not a public server.
It's your server, so who cares?
Yeah. So it's like, I have a lot of rules here, not because I want to make people do things. It's to minimize the risk of something bad happening. Especially because it's a Discord server. There's always something bad that happens in Discord, and it's minimizing the risk, and if there is something, it's also minimizing the severity of it. Like if somebody does say something like, "Oh, you're stupid," well, I hate you too. It's just a simple disagreement that if that happens on the internet, like Russ and I have YouTube channels, you have a Twitch channel, and Chris is almost gonna hit 1,000 subs here soon. Russ and I are watching that go up. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and so it's like we are a group of like mostly content creators.
Yeah.
So the advantage of having a server like this is that people won't pull up receipts of something from the server and then use it to like cancel you because well, I mean they could, but it won't be something like inappropriately texting somebody.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like this is supposed to be close knit group of friends who all know each other in real life, know how to talk to each other. So everything here is supposed to be what we're comfortable with, and a lot of these rules are what I'm comfortable with. Like if you guys talk to me like that out of server, I probably will leave. So it's like these aren't just rules. These are also like kind of how I what I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
So it's like this is where I feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I know that I know that made Jedi and McCain create a lot of different servers because they wanted more freedom. But I left both of those, and I didn't stay in them because I know they invited me because they're like, hey, let's go here where there isn't any rules. And I'm like, I don't. Yeah, the rules aren't for me to control people. They're for
they're
me.
for your comfort.
Yeah. So it's like if you guys want to do this on your own server, go ahead. If something bad happens in that server where you guys like say something really bad or do something really bad, like I'm not going to be affiliated with it because I left. So it's a lot of self-preservation, which it does sound selfish on paper, but it's like that's just how you be smart about it. Like,
no, I have to agree. Especially for us who are content creators, because like most of the group in reality has some sort of content creation or is considering it. Because there's you, there's me, there's Chris, there's Russell, Mathis has a channel, Colby has a Twitch that like he's considering starting to stream on at least somewhat more regularly as well. That's like, and like McCain eventually wants to also do that.
Yeah, I think McCain should focus on minis. Like he's got to set up for it.
Exactly. And from my understanding, that's kind of what he's planning on. It's
really strange because Russ and we're kind of like working almost as a partnership with both of our channels. But I make solo content where like in multiplayer games, like I make guides and tutorials and tier lists and stuff. But Russell's in my videos. He just doesn't talk in them because I am using him as a point. Like in my latest video, he kills me because it's what happens in the game. There's a lot of team killing. But I make tutorials based off of Helldivers single player experience where you're playing single player, but you're not playing with your friends. You're gonna like my tutorials are for the people who like to play with randoms. Because a lot of people, they watch the YouTubers who play solo level 10. But most players do not. Most players play with randoms because the game is good enough to play with randoms. Occasionally, you'll find people who are very rude, and it's best to just block them and leave and find another mission. But I've only met one person who was ever really rude like that. And that's out of almost 1,000 hours in the game. But yeah, the way that I do my channel is I'm trying to get the general player base better at the game and give them information about like genuine information. Like my tier lists, they aren't rated SABC. They have their own specialized rating. So that people know what I want to happen with a weapon and exactly why I rated it lower. And most people agree with that way. They do sometimes disagree with my placement, but that's perfectly fine with me. Like people should have their own opinions. So, but I wanted to bring something new to the Helldiver space, and most of it is discussion based. Like let's talk about certain weapons and how we would do this, and like my next video is going to be focusing on some of the less used weapons. Like I'm gonna be showcasing the sickle, which is light armor penetration, because what I've noticed is that everyone in the game, they kind of avoid light armor penetration, and so I was just gonna go into that because I actually really like playing with it because it changes the game. It makes it more precision based, where you have to hit weak points. in order to deal damage. But it's also really satisfying when you do, where having like medium penetration or heavy, you don't have to aim for weak points. You just have to shoot at your enemy, and it's kind of brain dead. But
Mm.
that's about it. That's like, I want to bring something new to the space. I have these ideas, and that's what my content is. Where Russell is like, I'm going to make this fun for everyone, because the majority of the content creators, for at least for Helldivers right now, they're not trying to have fun with the game. They're
Yeah.
more just, they're doing kind of the same thing I am. But what I'm doing is I'm trying to make a unique spin on what they're doing, where Russell's just taking a step back from the meta gaming. That's kind of what they are.
Mm-hmm.
And just trying to have fun with the game and
Yeah.
show players that you can have fun with this game. You don't have to play it like all these other YouTubers are telling you to play it. Like, you don't have to take X gun to have fun. You can take whatever you want. You don't have to have a deathless run in order to have fun either. You can just kill each other, team kill each other the whole time, as long as it's your friends, of course.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's fun. Like,
Yeah.
you could also just do missions differently, like weird challenges. Like, and it's just like, it's very fun.
Yeah.
And so I really like Russell's content, and I also like, it's super funny to watch too. Like, he's not just limited to Helldivers, because it's a very versatile niche.
Yeah.
The truth is, though, with his niche is that there is a lot of competition, because there's a lot of general gamers out there, like gaming YouTube channels that are giants in the spectrum of it. But so where Russell can thrive, though, at least with Helldivers, is because I know a lot of the community. I've actually talked with the CEO before in some. I've gotten some questions answered online. I really, oh man, I wish that I was like a Helldivers YouTuber sooner, because I would have loved to have been invited to, Arrowhead Studios, because that's what they did with all the other content creators. They invited all of them, and I'm just like, oh, I wish I could have been there. It's so cool, but yeah. But like, that's kind of, it's not necessarily my goal to like be invited to Arrowhead Studios. It's more just like, maybe I could do the opposite, where I offer it to them, and I have enough money to go and like check out their studio with like my camera or something, and like put it on my channel and advertise it or something. I don't know. Just like I interview the CCO and see if he's willing to do it. It would be really funny, but I want to get to a point where my audience knows me enough, and the community for Helldivers knows me enough, that my goals is that I'm a really positive guy, but I'm not a glazer. So like, I don't just say that Arrowhead has done everything right, but I'm not going to be disrespectful about it. I'm not going to be mean, like, this was such a bad change, I'm leaving the game, I'm ending my YouTube channel, like, this was so bad, why did you guys ever do this? Where like, several YouTubers, even the ones that are posting daily, they do that quite frequently, and it's like, it's super exhausting. To the point that that's kind of my motivation. Is like, it's so exhausting to try and watch these other channels, that maybe I can make a space for Helldivers where it's kind of chill, where you see me evaluate these weapons and the strategies and the updates in a very positive way, that to make it so that you can have fun with it and support the game, but not in a way that makes it so that everything that Arrowhead does is a good change, just enough that you guys can be respectful. And so I want to be that spot where you can relax and have a discussion, and not have to constantly watch these people that they changed a gun recently, and it's called the double-edged sickle. And they changed the way it works. They basically gave it a rework. But two of the news channels basically were spreading the word that it was a huge nerf, when it wasn't, because they were just doing it for clickbait. And so half the community has they were like, I've gotten a lot of responses on my videos that are saying that this gun is terrible because it only has light armor penetration before it starts to damage you because it heats up, and when it heats up, it hurts you.
Yeah.
And so many people have come and are just like, man, I cannot believe you put it in A tier. Like, needs no changes? Are you kidding me? This thing is nerfed to the ground. Like, there's nothing good about this gun. And I'm just like, it fires AP2 for 25% of the gun. That's the exact same rounds as another gun that I put in A tier, the sickle. It's literally not different.
Yeah.
Like, you shoot this and you shoot that gun, they feel the same. The only difference is the sound, the way it looks, and then once you get past that 25%, it's medium armor penetration again, just like it was before. So it wasn't a nerf, it was just a penetration change.
Yeah.
And it was like, this gun still does the same damage, and now they made it do more damage in return for damaging you just a little bit more. And then once you set yourself on fire, it's AP4, so heavy armor penetrating, which means you can kill Hulks and Chargers and Bile Titans fully automatic. Like, it's a really great and fun change. And I'm like, why would they ever walk this back? Like, half the people here are complaining about the rework like it is this fabled nerf from the Escalation of Freedom days, right? They basically are saying that this nerf is so bad that the gun doesn't deserve to be touched, and that everyone should like boycott it until they revert the changes. Like that's how I think these people feel, is they want it what it was before, which wasn't that different. Like it really wasn't. The only thing they changed was its penetration value. And you can take slightly more damage, but in return you deal more damage. So it's like, I think that's fair. You have twice as much DPS for twice as much DPS for yourself. So it doubles, it like exponentially increases in damage.
Yeah.
As you also exponentially take damage. So like that seems fun and fair and unique.
Yeah.
And then the thing on top of it, the cherry on top of it, is that it can all be countered with stims and fire resistant armor and bringing the vitality enhancement that reduces damage.
Yeah.
And so it's like this, like 10 damage per second. If you're wearing heavy armor in the game, like this is the thing that I think a lot of players don't know about. You actually don't take damage if you're wearing fire resistant armor and you have the vitality enhancement when it's only 10 damage per second, because that's exactly how much it blocks. So they had to up it to 20 just so that it could work on heavy, heavy fire resistant armor. And that's like that seemed fair. I'm like, that's not a nerf by any means. That just makes it so that it starts working properly.
Yeah.
And then I think it was accidental. Like, it was a change that they kind of accidentally did, was that they made it medium armor penetration. Because in the description, when it was launched, when the gun was launched, it was light armor penetration, but then it heats up, and as it heats up, it does more damage, which just means that the bullets are more effective. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
And so I thought, oh, this is basically a dead sprint sickle where it doesn't run out of ammo. Like it literally doesn't. It is infinite ammo because they removed the overheat feature.
Yeah.
So instead of overheating, it sets you on fire, and so therefore it's never overheated. And so it was a very cool mechanic that I thought, but I thought it was a glitch that it was medium armor penetration. So my expectations were miles lower than what the community had. Like, I thought it was light armor penetration from the beginning, and that it only would go to 75 damage, but it was medium pen with 25% of that damage didn't actually damage you, right? Like, 25% of your mag didn't damage you, and then the rest of it did, but the value of the rest of it didn't change until the last 90%, where it set you on fire. Where now you're on fire, of course you're going to start burning a lot more, right? And so it's like the only thing they changed was its armor penetration value, and that's just, it kind of bothers me because the way that it works, it's infinite ammo, and as long as you control your heat, you don't take that much damage.
Yeah.
It's infinite ammo. It only has 55 damage per bullet, but there are other ARs in the game that are only light armor penetration, and they have limited ammo.
Yeah.
And so immediately my first thought was that, and the reason why I thought it was a bug is because if that was the case, if it was intentionally made to be medium armor penetration, then there's no other reason to take these other guns. There's not even another reason to take the adjudicator, which is an AR that's medium pen, because that only has 25 bullets. Which, by the way, each percent of the double-edged sickle, it's mag. So it's because it doesn't have a mag, it has like a battery. It's kind of weird. Each percent is a bullet, so it shoots 25 bullets to get to 25%.
Yeah.
It has the same amount of ammo as the well, almost the same, because it's the adjudicator's 26 per mag. This has the same amount of ammo that doesn't damage you at all. And so it's like, this is literally free, infinite medium armor penetration. So like, how is that balanced? Like in my head, I was like, how is that balanced at all? Like, who's not gonna pass up on an infinite, medium penetration, fully automatic, like, AR? That's basically what it is. It's like, and it doesn't miss its shots. Like, it's a laser. It shoots in laser burst, so it has no recoil, and it does a lot of damage. And so I think people could rightly understand why I was confused. But the community was outraged that they changed it to be more balanced, and I was just baffled. I'm just like, so the only solution that I can see happening if Arrowhead wants to appease these people is if they make every single weapon in the game medium armor penetration, including the regular sickle, which is a gun I take on the regular because it's just fun. It's infinite ammo. It doesn't damage you. That's the other benefit. It doesn't damage you. And you just have to control your heat so you don't overheat and have to reload. And so it's like, I know these things about the community. That's just one example. But it's like, I know these things that I understand that the community who doesn't like these changes, they saw the video. They saw these guys' videos, and I can see where they're coming from. Like, when they clicked on my video, they clicked off of their video, and I know that because I was able to check, because YouTube tells me where my traffic is coming from. So pretty much everybody that came from Cloud Plays and Glitch Unlimited that were saying that this is a nerf, believed them that it was a nerf when it isn't. Yeah. And most of these fans don't even play the game half the time. Like, some of these people were telling me that they don't even play the game because it's so bad, and that they just nerfed the gun for, to got the fun out of it, right? It's like, what are you talking about? Like, what fun did they remove? Like, if I shoot this gun at the head of a Devastator, it goes down in less than a second. It's like, if I shoot at its chest, yes, it will do nothing, right? Like, that's the thing about light armor penetration. And in my video, I had a recording of me testing it out. I didn't put it in the video, but I actually was, like, excited that I could see it ramp up in armor penetration. Yeah. Because I was excited to see what the AP4 felt like. And when I finally got there, I realized that if you stimmed every 10 seconds with just regular stims, by the way, you could spray it forever. And if you have the supply pack like I did in that video, you could just keep doing that, and it's like you had a heavy machine gun, and the only cost of doing it is that you have to willingly walk through fire, which the armor is already so good at helping you walk through fire. It makes it, you take so much less damage that it's actually worth it. And so when I was playing with that, I'm like, wow, this has to be, like, this feels so overpowered. Like, that was my thought. And I even said it in the video, like, this feels so overpowered. Like, this gun is so good. It's basically the HMG in placement, but you get to move with it. It's like this is a mobile heavy machine gun that actually shoots at what you're aiming at. So you shoot at a Hulk eye, it immediately goes down in less than 2 seconds. Like I even timed it in the video that it literally goes down in less than 2 seconds. So like, that's pretty
nice.
That's pretty worth it.
Yeah.
That's pretty worth it for setting yourself on fire.
Yeah.
When you can reduce the damage by basically making a counter build for your gun. And if you just lean into that one gun, you don't need any other gun in the game besides maybe an anti-tank, like a EAT to take out some of the bigger, more annoying enemies. And so it was very fun. It was like, I like this gun. The way it works is like there is definitely a desired and specific play style that if you play into it, it is super, super rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess half of these people wanted the gun to be AP3 and not do very much damage and definitely not require you to take fire resistant armor when that's what it does. It's the gun is specifically fire resist, specifically incendiary, like it sets you on fire. It doesn't set your enemies on fire, just you. And so it like it kind of was it's like it was befuddling to me because I'm just like, how do you get the idea across? Like, how can you get the idea across that this was a nerf? Like, who thought this was a nerf? Because now I can kill Hulks to their faces. I can do more damage with medium pen, so I just spray them for like a couple seconds, they're down.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that happens is that 0 to 25% take no damage means less reward. That's all it means. It just means slightly less reward because you're still shooting bullets. Like, it's not preventing you from shooting. You're still shooting. And so if you aim for the head and you hit it, great. If it starts to damage you, now you know, oh, I can shoot them wherever and take a little bit of health as a process, and it's fine. Right? And all you have to do is stop shooting and you take less damage, right? You just let it cool off a bit and then bring it back up, or you just kind of what I did was I kind of held the trigger down so that it could stay in that armor penetration. So like I was still burning myself, but I would only burn myself when I held the trigger down to shoot because it has a wind up. And so I stayed up in the area where I was dealing tons of damage, but it wasn't bad enough for me to let it go down to AP2 unless there was nothing around me. When there was nothing around me, it was fine. And in most engages, especially on the bot front, you want to target the little guys first anyway, so that they don't summon more reinforcements. So it's not even a nerf because you're still shooting at the little guys that have no armor. They have nothing on them. So it's like, in play, this is nothing. Nothing has changed. It's just gotten a buff, right? Like, it's just gotten a buff in play.
Yeah, it's just
stats,
a buff.
Like on stats, like on paper, this is technically a nerf. Like, yes, the 0 to 25% is technically a nerf, but everything else is still a buff, both on paper and in game. And so it's like the only way that you're not going to get any utility out of it is if you're using it like an idiot, right? Like if you're not aiming for weak points, and you're just spraying it all over the place. Like the gun is a very specific play style that like is super rewarding. That I can't understand why people don't see it. Like I just like, and well, I already explained to you, like. I do understand why they can't see it because they're being told to see it a certain way by other YouTubers who have an opinion that these YouTubers don't even have time to play the game. Like Cloud Plays, for example, YouTube isn't his first job according to him, and in his footage he doesn't play the game. I mean, it is him. He's playing the account and he streams sometimes, but he's mostly there making videos. Like, you can't tell me that you make a video daily and you don't spend tons of time making videos. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. Like, videos take weeks for me to do by myself. I know he has editors. Like, he has editors and stuff. but he makes these claims about the game that I just don't understand quite all the way. And then with Glitch Unlimited, it's even worse. But he makes these claims in a way that's so derogatory to the game that it's like, this is so pessimistic. I'm just like, how are you guys seeing it this way? And then the one change that I think everyone, it's not just me, that the one change that everyone hates is that they changed the way that Hellpod space optimization works on a certain gun so that it's not fully stocked on ammo when you respawn. And I'm just like, that's unfair. Like, you're making one exception, and I'm like, what's going to stop you from making more? Undo it now so we don't have to worry about this again. Find another way to nerf the gun if it's that powerful. And they basically said the only reason why they nerfed it was because of Reddit. Reddit wanted the gun to be nerfed, and they decided to nerf it because the community was saying to nerf it. And then that just made me really mad. I'm just like, how can we have a community that wants this gun to be nerfed, but then they get mad at this gun for being nerfed? I'm just like, you have a split. You clearly have a divided community that can't understand how the balance is supposed to work in Helldivers. And I wanted to kind of pitch myself, like put myself in that space, because I'm just like, I think I understand how this is going to work. Like I gave a pitch to Arrowhead before the 60-day plan of how they could balance the commando, because a lot of people thought it was overpowered, that this gun in particular could destroy bot factories from any angle. Instead of having to hit the vents, you could just shoot a missile at the side of the building and it would blow up. And my pitch was, we'll make it universal. Make every single weapon in the game, every single anti-tank, like every single missile pretty much, blow it up. And then nerf the commando by not quite nerfing it, but making it so it's 2 rockets to destroy the building instead of 1, because it only does half the damage of an each. That's how the commando is balanced, right? And so I'm just like, that seems fair to me. Just make it so that 2 shots hits a thing from any angle and it works. That's exactly what they did. I'm just like, yeah, so Arrowhead is kind of on the same page as me on how their own balance works. Or I am at least on the same page of Arrowhead.
Yeah.
Like, I think I have a better understanding how the balance is going to work rather than what the community thought. Because me and McCain, literally a couple days before they changed the double-edged sickle, I basically told him I thought it was overpowered, that it was AP3, but which is medium pen, right? And he told me, he said, same. What they really should do, because this would be so cool, this is exactly what he said to me, by the way, is they should have AP2, AP3, and then once it sets you on fire, AP4. And then the next couple days, that's exactly what happened. And both he and I were super excited because we're like, hey, we predicted it. This is exactly what we wanted.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of devastating. I'm not going to lie that so many people in the community were like, yeah, this is bad. Like what? Like they said it's a predatory practice. They basically, and here's the reason why. They said it's predatory because it requires another war bond that has fire resistant armor. So they're like, you have to buy 2 war bonds to use a gun from 1 war bond. And it's like, they basically were arguing that it was absolutely necessary to bring fire resistant armor, which isn't true. You can still stim through it. And you don't have to set yourself on fire, but to get maximum usage, yeah, sure, you're correct. Like, you want to take less damage, yes, you're correct. But it's not predatory. Like it's not, like, in my opinion, it's not predatory because the whole point of the gun is to have a high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
Minimizing the risk is a play style. It doesn't change the weapon. It just changes your whole loadout. Like, having to wear fire resistant armor and supply packs and having to bring the vitality enhancement, those are stuff that people can bring to minimize the damage. But the gun itself isn't bad to take, right? Like, it's not it's not bad. Like, I literally brought it in Russell's video where
Yeah.
they changed it. They literally changed the gun, and in Russell's video, I was using that without fire resistance, and it was fine. I was having fun, and nothing was wrong with me. Like, I wasn't complaining either. I was succeeding against the bots.
Yeah.
And we were having tons of fun. And I was relaxed. I wasn't stressed out because of how bad this gun was. It was just I don't know. Like, I felt like some of these people, they say things before they try things. Like,
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing. Is like, you have a lot of words, you're saying a lot of things, but the way that you're talking about it, like, I had one guy in my comment section that was arguing with me, and the reason this was his reasoning, almost verbatim. He said that the AP4 wasn't worth it because it didn't do enough damage. And that's all he said. And then the next thing he said, after I told him that it does 70 damage, like, that's not little. That's a lot. For AP4, that's like less than 2 seconds, a Hulk goes down. And then he responded, and I kid you not, he responded with, no, it's bad because of the reasons I already told you. And I'm just like, what? Like, you didn't tell me that it wasn't enough damage. You didn't tell me why it wasn't either. Like, you didn't tell me it's damage. You didn't tell me why. You just said that it is. And that your second point to, like, rebuttal my rebuttal was to say that you had already told me and that the reasons that you said before were already good enough. And then I basically told him, you just said, trust me, bro. Like, that's how I responded. I'm like, you just said the equivalent of trust me, I know, because it's not enough. Like, you didn't give me evidence. You didn't give me data. You could have gotten me the health of the eyeball of the Hulk and told me something about that. Like, that isn't enough to kill it. And you also could have told me the amount of the weapons. And I told him everything. Like, I basically gave him a specific, like, I was so frustrated with this that he couldn't give me a real response that I actually made one for him. I gave him a detailed, like, instruction on how to rebuttal somebody with actual evidence. And I was like, here's the data that you and I are both looking at. Here's an argument that you could make. The fire damage is too much. And he's like, that makes sense because if you say that you can calculate how much you can calculate, like, how much damage it does to you without fire resistance, and you could say, in my opinion, it's too high, right? You're taking too much damage. It's too much risk for too little reward, right? And that would make perfect sense. But I said that. I told him that he could use that argument against me. I basically laid out every single rebuttal that I could think of, because this is how my brain works. Whenever I make an argument, the other thing that's going on in my head is like, what could be the counter argument to my argument? Like, how would I rebuttal my own argument? And then I would try and minimize that risk. And then there's some times where it's like, no, actually, this rebuttal is too good that if somebody says this, I'll just tell them touche. Like, that's the rebuttal that I think wins. And so because I think that one wins, I'll give it to them. But this guy just refused. He just told me that he just kept telling me it's because I said so. The gun's not good enough, and your claim that it should be an A-tier gun isn't good enough because I don't like it, and I can't really tell you why. You just have to trust me. And I'm just like, that's not how you...
Yeah.
That's definitely not how you argue on the internet. But I mean, that is definitely how people argue on the internet.
Yeah.
They just say, oh, it's not good because it's not good. And I'm just like... And then I go look at these videos of where these people are coming from, and the YouTubers... It's the exact same argument that it's not worth it to have AP4 because it's not enough damage. They didn't give any data. They just said so. And now you have these comments that are basically bots of these YouTubers. They feel like bots of these YouTubers are like living NPCs that just repeat everything that they say. So I'm getting these scripts from these videos in the form of YouTube comments on my videos saying, hey, this is not a good change because AP2 isn't good and the AP4 isn't enough damage because Cloud Play said so. And I'm just like, but he didn't give data. He didn't look at it. He didn't even play the game. He doesn't even play the game. He like I can guarantee you that he has probably 200 hours most, and I have 1,000 hours, and I have been not just playing it, to make YouTube content.
Yeah.
I've been playing it for fun. Like, I'm good at this game. I'm almost level 150, which is max.
Yeah.
So like, yes, I do kind of have an ego boost when it comes to some of these other YouTubers, but it's also frustrating because I'm just like, you are not putting in the effort to actually make.
I mean, it wouldn't be an ego boost since you've kind of proven yourself that you know more about the game than anyone else.
Well, yeah. So like the people that I support, like Aravan and Thick Fillet, they do what I do. They look at the data.
Yeah.
And so it's like those people, I would love to play with them and collaborate with them because they actually look at the data. The other YouTubers that are just the news ones, they are reading Discord and patch notes. They are not playing the game. And so it's like, I want. Yeah, no, they don't have time to. That's what Russell said in the background.
I believe it. Russell and I have had we actually did a previous conversation about how he doesn't like a lot of the Heck Divers YouTubers because they are just not great.
Because like I looked at my video and I saw where these people were coming from, and I'm just like, you are coming from the people that I'm trying to be better than, and you're ruining my comment section by basically supporting these guys. By providing baseless arguments. Like, you are literally doing nothing here to prove that this is worth it. And one guy, I actually had to remove his comments because it was so bad. But he was telling a story about how his friend just bought the war bond, and that he didn't have, the fire one, and that he was devastated because he had to buy another war bond just to make the weapon work. I'm just like, so you bought this war bond, and one weapon doesn't work, and your friend is devastated by that. I can understand it. Like, I can understand why you would be upset if the weapon isn't good enough. But it's like, you were hyping up a weapon that you knew already damaged you. And your friend, his main criticism was that it damaged you. Nothing changed about the weapon in that regard.
Yeah.
The only thing that changed about it was its penetration. And ramping up, you're going to ramp up fast. Like, you're going to hit medium penetration very quickly. If you're not strategically hitting the light enemies that don't have armor first, you're already losing the game because you're just not shooting the people that are going to call in reinforcements.
Yeah.
Against the bugs, it's even less necessary because the bugs don't have armor for the most part. The only bugs that do have medium armor are hive guards, and the ones that have, actual armor are chargers and bile titans, where like technically yes, the impaler does, but the impaler's face is exposed, so once it puts its tentacles in the ground, you can kill it with anything.
Yeah.
So it's like you only have one enemy type to worry about against the bugs when it comes to light armor penetration. And the Illuminate, you can actually kill everything on the Illuminate with light armor penetration.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, I'm thinking logically here. I'm just like, the only reason why your friend is upset is because a nerf on paper. Like, because he heard that there was a nerf, he's upset. I'm just like, if you play the game, if you looked at it, the way the gun works, I can guarantee that if you didn't look at the patch notes, there would be no difference. You wouldn't see a difference unless you were going against the bots. Like, the bots are the only faction that have majority medium armor with weak points. They have weak points. And so it's like, if you always shot for the head, even with medium armor penetration, you probably wouldn't have noticed it. Especially because it ramps up. So I'm just like, the changes they made are literally unnoticeable until you get set on fire, where it's so noticeable that you're able to just one-shot Hulks. Basically, that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
And you just can't ignore that. And so it's like, I'm just sitting here, and the guy was swearing in it, saying a lot of things that I didn't, and he wasn't being very nice about it at all. He was basically saying that my video was terrible because, it wasn't respectful of people's opinions, when it really was. Like, like I wasn't arguing that people didn't have a right or whatever. It was just like I got accused of being a glazer for this gun, and I'm just like, what? Like, how am I glazing a gun that, you know, you look at it objectively. Like,
Yeah.
it's advantages, man. Like, that's what I'm excited about. You build into it fire resistance and everything. It's perfect. Like, you don't need to bring anti-tank guns unless you're worried about factory striders specifically. You don't need to bring anything. And it's like, dude, this gun is amazing with its playstyle. And I agreed that the nerfs were enough that it didn't need to be an S tier. And on my tier list, it's not S tier. It's needs better competition. That's my S tier, right?
Yeah.
So I agreed that it was balanced, that it needed to go into A tier because that's where I put all of the balanced guns, where the ones that are more unbalanced go above it. Where my goal of my channel, and especially with Helldivers, I want everything to be A tier, not S tier, because S tier is too high. Or it's not like too high as in it's performing so well. It's that it needs more weapons that match its strength so that it can be brought down. Because the way I do it is different than everybody else. And so many people love that way that I did it, that I actually got notifications that people were sharing my video. So people weren't just watching it. They clicked on it, copied the link, started posting it on Reddit and the Discord, and started promoting my video for me. And that was so cool. I was like, wow, people like this so much that they're showing their friends, they're showing Discord, they're showing other Helldivers, and it's like, this is cool because I'm doing something unique that where I'm not just rating it by like some dumb, like instead of S rank, like something cool, like, oh, democracy manifest, like this is how you're gonna rate a weapon in Helldivers by saying it's democratic. And it's like, okay, that doesn't change it. It's still S. You're just saying it's good but better. Or like someone could say S plus and then S and then S minus as their, you know, tier list. That's still SABC.
Yeah.
You're grading the weapon, but you're not communicating the weapon. Where mine is communicating the weapon. And a lot of people really, really like that because they're like, yeah, somebody swore, but it was so funny I had to keep it. Where they like I'm so happy that this video isn't just this you know, S plus A B bull crap. Because like this is so good. Like he was so happy just to see that I was giving it a real review that you could understand. And it was just like, yeah, I want to be the communicative guy. Like I want people to go to my channel because they want to understand something better. Right? Like and it's like, yeah, that's what I want. Like I think it's fun that way. And so it's like I don't want to tell people in the comments what I'm arguing or what I believe. Like these arguments are they allow me to write scripts though. Like I can actually come up with some rebuttals and like make video essays trying to convince somebody. Like I saw another YouTuber who I actually really like his content, and I didn't know that he only had 1,000 subs. I thought he had like 50K or something because he made videos like he had 50K subs. But he made video essay content for Helldivers, and he only had 3 videos that got over 100,000 views. Everything else was kind of my range and Russell's range. And so he made a video about the robots and how they're what the reason why people think they're harder. And then he made another video explaining why the Constitutions, which is a gun in Helldivers, didn't need a buff, that it was fine where it was. And he explained that the reason why is that it was a challenge gun, and that because it's a challenge gun, it didn't need any changes, and it still had medium armor penetration. That the only change he would have given it is a speed loader, so it could reload a little faster. And so it's like, yeah, this makes a lot of sense. I still disagreed with his overall point because I think it should have AP4. But I realized that after they added an AP4 primary in the form of the DES, or the double-edged sickle, that maybe I was wrong, because the way they added it into the DES was actually really fun, because but it was also incredibly risky. Like, you're setting yourself on fire to kill a Hulk. It's like, but the catch is that this is a primary weapon, not a support weapon. Because if you bring a support weapon, it's free AP4. You don't have to bring anything.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to bring any resistance to do that. And so it's like, yeah, that makes sense. Like I bring a support weapon to take care of the heavies and a primary weapon to deal with medium and chaff. And so it's like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense. That feels balanced. But if I had the Constitution be AP4, I could shoot down a Hulk in 5 shots, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So that's its entire chamber. That's every bullet in the gun. And if you hit it in the eye with every single bullet, then it's dead.
Yeah.
And it's like, in my opinion, that's fair for that gun specifically. But for a lot of people, it doesn't make any sense because it's a World War One rifle. It's based off of the Springfield.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, why would it do that heavy armor penetration? Like, why? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, and for me, it was like, I think it would just make it fun and unique. This is literally one of the worst guns in the game, performance-wise, but one of the most fun guns to use in the game. If you want to like challenge yourself.
Yeah.
And so we have a sidearm. The revolver is AP4, and it's called the Senator. And because it's AP4, it can kill Hulks in 3 shots.
Mm-hmm.
So you shoot 3 bullets and it kills a Hulk. And it's like, that's very fun. And I wanted to have that feeling again with the Constitution. Yeah. But I realized that after I didn't agree with this guy's video, but I was very entertained by it. I watched the whole video, and the way he structured his argument and the way that he told it was very, very non-inflammatory. Like, he wasn't calling people names or telling people that they're just bad at the game and they need to get better, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was actually bringing up evidence and data to support his claims about the gun, like how much damage it does, how much damage other things take, right? And it's just like, you shoot this gun, it's very, very rewarding if you hit weak points still. Like, it has just enough damage that if you shoot ahead of a Devastator, it's down, right? It one-shots it. You shoot a reinforced Strider in the rockets they have, like on the side of them, it's instantly down, right? Mm-hmm. And then everything else above that is heavy armor penetration, so you don't even need to worry about using this gun for those. This is just for the medium ones and whatever. And you can help support this weapon by wearing like a guard dog, and which is what I did.
Yeah.
I played with the Constitution after watching this video to see if it was really fun. And when I wore the it's just the regular guard dog, so it's medium armor penetration and it uses bullets. It's not the laser one.
Yeah.
And using this, I got so many headshots with this gun that like I was using basically a World War I rifle shooting at robots from a sci-fi universe, and I was dominating them. And I'm just like, this is a bad gun. Like, I can feel it's clunky, but it is so rewarding to get those results. Like, to see that happen, it's like, this is genuinely so rewarding because it wasn't really challenging for me. Like, it obviously, like, I've played the game so long, I could probably take any primary in the game and still beat the mission. But because primaries aren't the main way you deal with objectives and missions. But it's just like, I had so much fun like shooting at bot heads, and you know, it was just like, I was just sitting there thinking like, I don't think this gun needs a buff. I do think that some other guns, because of their utility and the way they work, it makes the game boring. Like the crossbow specifically. Like, the crossbow has 5 shots in the magazine. It's the same as the Constitution. But you can kill a crowd of Devastators all huddled together with only 2 shots. So 2 shots kill 5 of them, right? Because it's an explosion.
Yeah.
It's like, it feels like, in comparison, I was like, it's like, it's putting me to sleep. Like, yes, it's fun when you first use it, but it's like using the minigun in GTA. Like, that's the best way I could describe it. Is that when you use a minigun in GTA, killing everything is so easy in GTA because you could just shoot the helicopters, the other cars, and whatever, and everything goes down. You just shoot the engine of a cop car and it blows up, right? And it's like it's like this feels like using the machine gun in GTA, where I'm just like, yeah, I'm glad it exists like that and it's overpowered in that game. But the gun that I used in GTA the most often was the pistol. I just used a regular pistol in the game for half of my heists because I liked feeling rewarded for getting precision shots. Like I did stealth missions where you have a silencer on and aimed for the head, right? And so it's like yeah, I could have brought like a fully automatic and shot someone 3 times and it would have done it just as well. But doing this whole heist where I only had to use 3 bullets and only had to decisively take out 3 people feels really rewarding because it's like, hey, I did this realistically, or at least it feels like I did it more realistically.
Yeah.
Where like using an explosive crossbow, it was fun. Like it used to be my favorite gun in the whole game, and I would take it almost always against the bugs and Helldivers. And it was just like, yeah, I really like this gun because you can close bug holes with it and whatever. But the guns that I like the most against the bugs, especially since they got harder, like they're way harder than they used to be.
Yeah.
Is I like the Blitzer. And the Blitzer is probably the cheesiest gun in the game because it has infinite ammo, it is medium armor penetration, and it staggers and stuns.
Yeah.
It does it's so fun. When we played against the Predator strain and we were winning,
That was
so cool.
So much fun.
Yeah.
The 3 of us having blitzers and then Colby just making do with what...
He had a regular Liberator.
Yeah, making do with what he could.
So he could provide some DPS because the Liberator actually does damage. Like, it's not a bad gun. It's actually, in my opinion, it could be a little bit better than the Sickle if they just gave it 60 rounds of ammo in each mag. So, which the new gun, the Killzone one, it has 58 bullets, so it's basically right there. But yeah, it was so fun because it's like we were very coordinated, playing against a threat that what I saw on Reddit was undefeatable. Like the clips I saw on Reddit, there were people getting absolutely annihilated. Like if you didn't have the shield pack like we did, that first hit, them just jumping on you, it staggers you. Like it doesn't just do damage, it staggers you. And now there's like 3 different stalkers surrounding you.
Yeah.
And they don't just hit like trucks. They hit lightning fast. They're just like being surrounded by a pack of praying mantises. Like it's so dangerous that it's like, yeah, I had to come up with everything. Like I had acid resistant armor, and acid resistant really helped. Like it did so well for me because I was just able to stim through a lot of it.
Yeah.
And then using the electricity and whatever. And then we did so well that night that I just made a video explaining the exact same loadout that I just took minutes ago. And then, yeah, and then the video did well. People really liked it. It got almost 5,000 views. And I'm just like, yeah, that's about where I thought that was going to be. Like, I'm definitely not like a big YouTuber now, but like 5,000 views isn't bad for someone who started out like months ago.
Yeah.
So like, yeah. And I'm just like, I was really happy that like people saw it and they were giving me loadout advice on how they did it, right? Like I was basically asking for some people to talk about how they've been dealing with the Predator strain. A lot of people said to try the cookout. I tried the cookout. It was fun. It does a lot of damage, but I can't get used to having limited ammo against the bugs now. It's like that's the problem with taking the Blitzer is that you get so used to it that you're just like, I kind of need it. My other favorite loadout to bring against the bugs is actually using the Torture, which is a primary flamethrower. It's so good. It's so fun. But you can't run into it because I Oh, Mathis, you just changed your icon.
Yep.
He did?
Oh,
Cool. Yeah, I
Ooh.
Did this for me long time ago, and I forgot about it. And I'm like, I'm gonna use it.
yeah, that's what your profile looks like in my phone. But yeah, I'm probably talking too long, but yeah, that's basically the gist of. Wow, that's the gist of.
The gist.
Yeah, it is. Like I could honestly go on forever about how I want to
Why is
how
he
I want
asking?
how I want my channel to be.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with like to put it bluntly, if you give opinions, people are gonna hate either way. That's always like, especially as on the internet, people are gonna just be combative to be combative because either their favorite YouTuber has a different opinion, or just they may agree with the opinion, but they just want to try and rile people up because they are horrible people themselves or stuff like that.
Oh no.
And so, like, that's one of the important things to remember. I feel like overall, creating content, make sure you're doing stuff that you think is useful, you like, etc. And then also just go to your comments if, like, as well as you have friends, etc. And so, like, if there's ever a time where we're like, yeah, that may have been a weird take or something, then maybe put stock into it. But if it's just a random comment,
I'm gonna be writing scripts soon.
Yeah, but
and I'll probably run them by you guys to see if any of you guys agree.
Yeah, but
especially someone like Russell and McCain.
Yeah,
where you guys actually play the game.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the thumbnail?
It looks great. I didn't know you made a video.
Wait, you made a video what?
I'm editing it right now. Because I didn't record a new video, so I just looked at my backlog and I was like, oh, we did do that.
Oh shoot.
Bruh. Oh my gosh, it's gonna
Enable him.
Okay. Steven,
Where is he?
you have admin controls.
Yes.
So if you feel like McCain is good enough to come into streaming, you can. Do you know how to add people into certain chats?
I was just when I registered that I had mod controls, I was messing around. I didn't actively change any channels, but I did see how to do it at the very least.
Whatever you don't delete anything on accident.
Oh yeah,
did that
definitely won't
and
do that.
Just tell me, and I'll undo it. But it's like Ethan has definitely accidentally deleted stuff. So
I kicked people from the server before. When I thought it was like meaning like kicking, like disconnecting them.
I'm being very careful with the memes I send now.
Oh man.
Hey, by the way, I did not actually type a swear word. I typed 2 words. I typed nope and frick.
That thumbnail is so like what?
So here's the thing. I don't check Discord. I've been checking Discord a lot
That's in the
recently,
game.
just because Discord isn't on my phone
Okay,
anymore.
but I'm being
It's only
serious.
on my computer. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I have Lethal Company clips from like years ago.
I still have the grunt session that I could edit.
I could have just missed it, but did you have enough clips for the Lethal Company session we did last week, Russell? Or
I do. I still have that.
Okay.
I have footage of that as well.
Man,
I don't think I was there.
No, you weren't.
I really need to start making videos on my other channel because I just.
Yeah, as soon as you
don't need to. You're almost at 1,000, dude.
I know.
You're like at
but
700.
I know, but I want to make other types of content that's not like animation.
As long as so here's the thing you have to understand though. I went on a month-long break for my channel for the first month of this year because I just couldn't think. Like there was nothing I could come up with.
So
and I'm just like, guys, I just had to tell myself it's fine. Just wait until something happens and then do it when you got a good enough idea.
Mhm.
And then it worked when I got back into the rhythm. You still need a rhythm if you want to be successful, like monetarily. But if you want to like make good content, you still have to give it some thought, and then you kind of pick up the pace. At least that's what it's been my experience. Is like I make content, and then if it's like,
Bro, I didn't
try
even
hard in the
realize.
beginning- Oh yeah.
The picture you drew for Mathis, he's wearing the Tommy Innit shirt.
I'm what?
It was just a simple shirt to draw, though. I was doing it on my phone, so.
Were you in the Tommy Innit phase at that time?
He never was. It was me. I was the one that actually watched the Dream SMP live. I literally watched lore streams as they were happening because I was that invested.
The only Minecraft YouTuber I watched was Technoblade.
Oh.
That was part of the reason why I watched the Dream stream.
See,
Well, I only watched Tommy Innit's perspective.
I loved Technoblade's content when he was still alive. So.
He was so funny. Like he made
I never watched
me,
his content, but
he made me like Minecraft.
I know.
I've seen clips of him mostly.
I actually once I got really mad that he was in a Minecraft like Monday competition and PewDiePie was in it, and I was a fan of PewDiePie at the time, and I was like 12. And Technoblade won the contest because it's the Hunger Games, it's PvP. He's gonna win. So he won it, and I was just like, oh man, PewDiePie would have donated this to charity, and you're just gonna buy a fridge? And it's just like, and he bought a fridge with it, and I was just like, man, like I was so mad. But then it was really funny because there's a meme from that exact same thing that I watched this live pretty much, but there's a meme. I don't remember his name. But he was the kid. He was a kid, and he was going after because PewDiePie and James Charles were on a team, on a duo for the Hunger Games. And this guy saw James Charles, like, James Charles, I have to kill him. And then he kills him. He's like, I got James Charles. Yeah. It was so dumb, and I'm just like, wow, this is. I remember watching that when he got killed. He had no idea someone was chasing him.
No!
I've watched one Technoblade clip, and that is him, like, absolutely pissing off Jordan, because, yeah, I can't remember the exact circumstances. It was for Minecraft Monday, and, like, Jordan felt like he'd been like massively targeted by Technoblade, or I can't remember anymore what the exact circumstances were. But
I remember I got mad at the duel between Dream and Technoblade because Technoblade won, and then I now feel really bad that I did that because I'm like, wait, Technoblade deserved that way more. He was way better at PvP. So
yeah, I've not watched
PvP than they are. Korean, the building YouTuber. He was better.
He killed Dream, like he killed all of the Dream team, like in one swoop. Not one swoop, but it was him hunting them down in like one of the competitions.
Sometimes I like to call them like I don't know, man.
Daniel.
Avatar is what they remind me of, but
Team Avatar.
Speaking of Avatar, Nickelodeon will not stop milking.
They're like the
franchise.
Axis.
Yeah.
What?
Shush.
No.
German car salesman. I'll say that. Salesman. Top salesman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's historically correct, actually, but it's a safe way to talk about it because I definitely think talking about that stuff is.
Anyway, Mathis was saying something and you completely interrupted him.
Sorry.
I said, speaking of Avatar, Nickelodeon will not stop milking this franchise. They just announced a third series in the works. Avatar 7 Havens.
What?
Havens or Heavens?
Havens.
Dude,
Is that like? Wait, what's the point?
They kind of lost me after just the first animated one.
I know, right?
M. Night Shyamalan.
That one was so.
It was M. Night Shyamalan. Actually, that's how I was introduced to Avatar. Just so you guys know, like I saw trailers of that movie first, and was like, well, that's a cool idea, using the 4 elements for powers, but that movie looks like it sucks. And my mom and dad watched it to, like, parent screen it to, like, see if it would be a fun movie for, like, their kids to watch.
Yeah.
And then they just refused to show us until later. We had watched, like, actually, it was my younger siblings who had watched the first season all the way through. But I never seen the climax of the show, so then they're like, "Oh, hey, let's go watch the live-action movie and stuff." And I was like, "Oh, hey, so maybe I'll actually be able to sit through the whole story because it'll be easier because it's a movie and not a whole TV show." I watched it, and then I was like, like with like almost no I guess I had some context, but the context that I had, because all the episodes that I've seen up to at that point. Because I would go to my cousins and they would watch the show, and they watched all of the random episodes, so all the ones that were in between and like filler episodes. So watching the movie, I was like, where are those? Where are they?
What was the thing where the people who were making the live action Netflix series said in an interview that ticked everybody off, where it's like, oh, we're not gonna have like Aang and like Katara and Sokka go to a bunch of places before they go to the water temple. Aang's just gonna receive a vision and says, oh, we have to go to the water temple right now.
What the fuck did you just say?
Uh-oh. Whoops.
So bad.
Did you sleep on your keyboard or something? What is this?
I was cleaning my keyboard. I could see the order of the buttons I was pressing.
What happened?
Sir?
I swear, if you accidentally spelled a certain word, what happened?
4219029 backspace and enter.
That's the president's social security number.
My taxpayer dollars should tell me what it is.
I don't need to press enter again, so I can keep reading here.
Hey, look,
I have a toothbrush.
Here's the thing. So you know what's funny? So I have a thing with how I'm gonna do my face reveal. How I'm gonna do my face reveal is that if I get famous for something else. Right, so me, Russell Jackson, gets famous because the persona of Robot Pineapple, that's Robot Pineapple.
I am streaming right now.
Oh no, man! You already gave it away, Russ.
No, you guys have already said my name.
Only your first name ever, though.
That's
true.
true.
Yeah, so I think we shouldn't worry. It's like we say his name.
Oh yeah.
I guess yours is a little bit more nondescript. Never say my last name though, because my last name is very unique, and people will be able to dox me from that alone.
Oh.
I think people can. There's other ways to do it too.
I mean, I don't even know your last
Oh,
name.
and I'm not saying there's not, but my last name is super unique. And so,
Steven's super unique. Cool. I never knew your last name. Nice that I know it now.
Yeah. So like here would be the funny idea, because like the idea is that like say I make movies or something, right? And then I get an Academy Award. I don't go up as the person who's like. Like I go up and take the award and stuff, but then like people will notice like, hey, what's that on his tie or something, and it's just my YouTube logo. Like that's how I want them to find out, right? Like
just go to like get big enough, eventually go to some sort of like con for like YouTube or Twitch or something, and that's how people find out as you're wearing your your thing as a tie. That would be great.
Yeah, but part of the reason why I never want to reveal my face on my channel here's the biggest reason why I never want to reveal my channel, is because or reveal my face to my channel. It's mostly because if people get attached to my face and to my my voice and my online persona and stuff, right? So if they see my face and my actual physical mannerisms and have now the ability to recognize me in public, that's one reason, is I don't really want to get recognized in public. But the biggest one is actually that there's a lot more drama that happens when somebody can recognize you now. So, like, for example, that's why Dream, like, right after his face reveal, he's gotten into drama after drama after drama, and they're all related to stuff that he would do in real life, right?
Well, so it's not even stuff he's making for videos, like parties he's going to and activities with other celebrities, and it's like, man, like that's crazy. Like as soon as people know who you are and you're using your face as like a celebrity status, it's like, man, that looks like it sucks. Yes, I hate the guy sometimes. And I'm just like, yeah, but I still don't envy that attention. Like, I don't want that. That is why I'm drawing a PNG for my, like a mascot for my YouTube channel, so that people can attribute that to that, where they don't have to see me in real life. And if people do see me in real life, like, even if they leak it online, the recognizability comes from the fact that I put it in my videos.
Yeah.
So even if people know who I am in real life and have seen my face isn't famous because that's not what is making me money. The PNG is. And so if somebody sees me in real life wearing a hoodie with my logo on it, and they'd be like, "Hey, you're a Red Monster Thing fan." It's like, "Yeah, actually, I am Red Monster Thing." And they're like, "Whoa, wait, I can hear the voice now, haha." Yeah. Like,
meanwhile, I have a special in for both of you. Y'all ever get famous, we can go into public, and I'll just publicly mock you.
Just imagine we're talking about each of our channels at, like, in a public park about like roasting like how bad this guy's one content is, and then somebody comes up and is like, "Actually, I watched that guy. He's not that bad at all." It's like, "Hey, you're a subscriber." Like, I put my hand out, give them a high five, and they're like, "Wait, what?" It's like, "Yeah, we're not the voice." They're like, "What?" It's so confusing, but.
Yeah, see, look, that's the kind of the future I'm planning for. It's just like I want to walk past people in public, and then just have them like talk about like the channel out loud or something. Be like,
here's the thing, though. I don't think the voice thing. I don't think the voice reveal like for live action would really work that well. Because when I was little, I watched Kung Fu Panda, and I didn't know it was Jack Black, but I did know that it was Jack Black still. But I just because I watched videos and movies with Jack Black in them. Like, watching Kung Fu Panda, I still attribute it to Po. Like, I wouldn't have known that, oh, that's Po from Kung Fu Panda. Like, even though it's a voice thing, it's like something about the mic makes it sound different. So I'm just like, I'm assuming that people would hear my voice. And if I were to ever try and do that in public, I would have to tell them that it's me. Like, it's literally me from the video. Like, this.
But also, I feel like it also depending, like, most people got used to how you speak in your videos than how you speak in real life.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Like, you are going to speak somewhat differently just in your videos because you're purposely creating content. Voice actors versus actors. Sometimes you can register that, hey, this person is this person. Because some people just have a slightly distinct voice that you can hear that, hey, this is actually the same person as this, or stuff like that. But others, it's like, their voice is just nondescript enough that, like, you'd never register necessarily. There have been plenty where I go watch one thing and then I hear their voice in something else, and I'm like, I know that voice. Where do I know that voice from? One example is I've watched enough Scooby-Doo that the voice actor for Velma, Kate Micucci, I've heard her. The first time I heard her elsewhere, it was like, wait a sec, I recognize that voice. Why do I recognize that voice?
Yeah.
And so some people just have distinct voices.
Like Robin Williams, I could recognize his voice from anything he did. Like he has such a distinct voice that it's so easy.
Another one, Admiral Yularen from Clone Wars. I was watching something else where he was a voice actor, and I'm like, wait a sec, I know this voice. Yeah. Took me a second to register why I knew the voice, but I heard
his voice in an anime once, and I was just like, whoa, like this guy's here. Yeah, and then I've heard the voice for Kenobi in a lot of different places.
Yeah, he's the voice of Wait, are you talking about
Magneto
or James Arnold Taylor?
I don't know.
The one who voiced Magneto.
James Arnold Taylor is the voice actor of Kenobi in Clone Wars.
Yeah, besides of course Ewan McGregor, because he was in it too.
He's also the voice of Johnny Test, Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank, bunch of other voices. Like he's got a wide range.
Yeah. And it's like when you hear a good voice actor in a role, you can't tell it's them. Like,
yeah,
that's the real thing.
We were talking about this a little while ago.
Yeah, like
Mark one
Hamill.
example is Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
You'd never know he's Fire Lord Ozai is Luke Skywalker.
You'd never know that he skips in regular show.
What?
What?
Yeah, that's Mark Hamill.
Oh,
I'd never registered that.
Everywhere.
Bro, I wouldn't even notice since freaking Roger Craig Smith voices almost everybody in that show.
I'm just gonna look up Mark Hamill.
I know Mark Hamill has also done a Joker impression.
He's done so many Jokers.
Yeah,
he's like the best. He's like the best Joker in my opinion. He's Joker in Arkham, the Arkham games. So,
yes,
he's just that good. He's in Castle in the Sky. He's in Batman Beyond and Batman Mask of Phantasm. He's in a lot. He's in some Marvel movies.
He is.
Both Mark Hamill and Christian Bale have showed up in 2 Studio Ghibli movies.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill has showed up in Castle in the Sky and The Boy and the Heron, and Christian Bale has showed up in The Boy and the Heron and Howl's Moving Castle. Christian Bale is like also I can't tell it's him sometimes because he's a British voice actor, but his American voice is so good.
Yeah. That's the other thing is like how can they do the American accent and then go back to their other accent? Like that's so weird to me.
Yeah.
There are cases of British voice actors who will like don an American accent for some of the movies, and the American accent actually washes out their British accent.
Yeah. Like I feel like especially if you get something like a Utah accent specifically, where it's like this is the most de-accent way like to speak English. Like out of all the accents, this is the one that's like the least accent. It's like if you have that accent, it's like how are you supposed to recover from that? Like that's you have to recover from it. It's like you have to go back to speaking British, and it's like that sounds like you're trying harder. Like this sounds more normal. Like I'm saying the word as it's pronounced, like syllable by syllable, not with an accent. Just saying it. That's what it feels like. So it's like
not gonna lie, when I rewatched the Captain Underpants movie, I still forget that like one of the kids is voiced by Kevin Hart.
What?
Like his, yeah, I do. I forget it sometimes. I know his voice is so recognizable, but honestly, it fits.
He's whoa. He's in some movies. I watched find all the roles that he is in.
I watched the Dogman movie the other day. That's definitely one of the better book adaptations DreamWorks has tackled. I think it's funny though, because the one of the characters, Petey the cat, is voiced by Pete Davidson, and he is not really a child movie actor.
Want to go driving?
Huh. Ooh. Here it is. I found. Huh.
That new game, Jump Ship, looks really cool.
It is.
It literally just looks like Sea of Thieves in space.
Oh, if you want Sea of Thieves in space, you probably want to look at what's it called? It's not. It's very similar to Jump Ship. Except for Jump Ship is PVE. Void Crew. Void Crew is PvPvE, just like Sea of Thieves, and it's made by the same people who made Space Marine 2.
I saw it. They just posted a new thing, a gameplay for Jump Ship, and I'm watching it. It did like annoy me in the first couple of seconds because right off the bat, we got fire and space.
Yeah. Yeah, you should take a look at Void Crew, see if that's interesting as well.
Hey Mathis, what's your opinion about Seth Rogen voicing Vector?
Who? I know who Seth Rogen is, but what about Vector?
I think it's mostly like if the Chaotix appear in the Sonic movies, how would you feel if Seth Rogen voices Vector?
Vector's the Sorry, I haven't heard that name in a bit. Which one's Vector again?
He's the crocodile from.
Yeah, he's the crocodile. Yeah. I mean, as long as he doesn't do the laugh.
He's gonna do it eventually, dude.
Probably, yeah.
That's just
especially with someone like Vector. I feel like it kind of fits.
I mean, yeah, it might. I still don't know who they should get to play Amy. Like, I'm clueless there.
Yeah, I'm very clueless. There are a couple.
If no celebrity fits, just get the regular voice actor who plays Amy in like the shows.
I think I prefer like the Amy from Sonic Prime. I think.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting their different voice cast because it was weird how they had a completely different voice cast for Prime, but I think it was just because the show was made by a Canadian animation studio and they have laws where you can't hire American voice actors.
Yeah.
Which is stupid, but it is what it is.
You said so. My brain, I heard Vector, and I'm like, I thought they were making. So the one place I've ever heard of a person named Vector is Despicable Me.
That's what I was.
And so I'm like, what? I was so baffled for a minute. Because I'm like, they pretty much he's pretty much written off now.
I can't believe you broke me from saying that.
Just wait. In one of the future Sonic movies, they're gonna bring Styx into the Sonic movie universe, and she's gonna be voiced by Aquafina.
No, please don't. No. Please, I don't want to see her in any other movies. Please.
I don't want to. I'm actually pretty tired of Aquafina, to be honest. Like, she's getting a lot of roles. It's like Chris Pratt.
I mean, I feel like with like every celebrity casting, they just like they keep putting in roles that just doesn't fit them.
I know. I'm trying to think of an example, but I can't think of one off the top of. Oh wait, yeah.
Rihanna from Smurfette.
Oh, yeah, that one's bad. Jack Black as Steve.
Yeah.
What else? Besides Chris Pratt's Mario.
I felt like the weakest role in the Mario movie was Cranky Kong. Mario was fine.
True.
I got nothing.
I can't think of the top of my head. Hold on. Let me do a little Google research.
Man, I can't wait for Sonic Movie 4 when they're gonna cast Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Big the Cat.
Taylor Swift was in the lore? Since when?
Wait, yeah, I totally forgot about that. She was the girl that the main character had a crush on. That was Taylor Swift.
You gotta be kidding me.
I mean, Mariah Carey is in the Lego Batman movie.
You're right.
She's the mayor of Gotham City.
Wait, the mayor?
Yeah.
I completely forgot. I don't remember most of what happened in the movie.
Yeah, I've watched it the once when we were all hanging out over at McCain's house one time.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've seen the Lego Batman movie.
Not gonna lie, I think it is freaking hilarious that a sequel to a Chinese animated movie came out of nowhere and absolutely destroyed Inside Out 2 at the box office, and it is now the biggest money-making animated movie of all time.
I guess that's what shows what people want.
Yeah.
You know, I just realized this is like the third time a Chinese company has nailed part of either a gaming industry or just movies in general.
Yeah, last time was Black Myth Wukong.
And Marvel Rivals.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Marvel Rivals.
Wait, how?
I felt like that a while ago. I think there were some laws that a lot of stuff, a lot of games and stuff, I think it was more lenient on movies, but I think a lot of video games weren't really allowed in China.
Yeah.
And I think they're starting to open that up more.
I'm not sure, but I know for a fact, at least a lot of games probably needed a lot of editing from the West, if it's coming from America. One example that I know of is World of Warcraft. There was a lot of stuff that had to be way overhauled for the Chinese release.
Yeah, apparently the movie it didn't really do well in the US, but then it blew up in China.
Yeah, the movie did well in China, not near as well here, but yeah, the game World of Warcraft, I know China has a complete, pretty much from everything I've heard and the research I've seen and done, pretty much a completely different game from the one that is retail here in the States.
One of my favorite indie games, it's a game called Eastward. Basically, it's a 2D Zelda meets Earthbound. It was made by a very small team in Hong Kong, and their whole studio was like in a second floor above a shopping mall in China, and they were working on it right before the pandemic hit, and since they were in China, it hit hard for them. And basically, they cut off all power to the shopping mall when they were working on the game because they had to quarantine everything. And they basically lost all the data to their game and had to restart from scratch. Crazy. I didn't know this, but apparently, there's a thing that exists in Japan, mostly in Japan, where I think also Korea too, where K-pop stars and just singers and VTubers basically are like forbidden from saying that they have like a partner and they're like in a relationship with somebody because
what?
Like I think some like their fans will like feel betrayed, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
That's really stupid.
Yeah, it's
like
a
what?
big culture shock. Like it's a pretty normal thing over there, and to us it's a pretty big culture shock because like people will literally freak out if their favorite like music artist is revealed to like have like a significant other.
That's awful, honestly, because that's pretty much accepting and saying, no, you are not people, you are there to
entertain them.
Yeah, like, because I'm streaming, I can't say the words I would normally. They're not straight, like, where I'm trying to keep it family friendly, not stream appropriate for me. But yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's weird.
I finished my prime drink. It is as terrible as I thought it was.
There's a guy I watch on YouTube. McCain knows him as well. We both love this guy. He does videos called Just Another Paid Promotion, where he will buy popular YouTube sponsors, test them out himself using his own income instead of like sponsored money, and he'll just try them out and see how bad they are.
Hey, Danny, it's Mathis who is talking right now. Are his levels better?
Air Up. That one he said was so weird. He tried Magic Spoon. Magic Spoon is a ripoff. Like, I know it's like, 0 grams of sugar in your cereal, but it still tastes good. But it's like, the boxes are smaller than regular cereal boxes, and each box is $10.
Sheesh.
Okay. I figured you'd be able to. I just wanted to be positive.
Air Up, basically, it's supposed to, like, you're supposed to, like, smell these tablets as you're drinking, so it's supposed to give you like taste through smell, so it's like flavored water but without like the flavoring stuff and the unhealthy bits. But it says it only works on the top half of your mouth. The bottom half just doesn't taste or feel anything.
I don't know how they think that will actually work. It's just weird design.
Yeah.
I've not touched Prime like at all. I have no desire to either, because I think I saw it's an energy drink, and I have no reason to touch energy drinks.
Well, there's a hydration drink and an energy drink.
Okay. But either one, I have no reason to touch. If I'm going to touch a hydration drink, I'll just get the body armor stuff.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it has like 600
Gatorade.
milligrams of electrolytes.
Of what
10%.
type? Though?
I don't know.
You gotta look
10%,
good.
there's 10% of coconut water.
It needs to be
vitamins.
sodium. It needs to be sodium though.
And what the frick does it say? I have a speech impediment right now. Thanks, Russell. Antioxidants.
You saying that you drank Prime because someone gave it to you?
No, I found one at our local Dollar Tree, and I decided, you know what? I bought it just to test it out, and I bought the strawberry banana, and it is just. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of the freaking
I always get like strawberry lemonade, bro. That's what I like.
I know those. I like those. It's like this. It's just.
I like
tastes like you're drinking
I like
chalk.
I like water.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna say how I describe it with another friend group I was in. It tastes like flavored medicine without the sour part.
Okay, so like soda.
So like anything that is artificial cherry flavored.
That's like how Coca-Cola tastes for me. It's like it tastes
exactly
how
it tastes for
medicine.
I cannot touch anything with artificial cherry. The only way I can touch cherries is real cherry. Everything else just tastes like medicine.
Cherry is like the medicine flavor. Like that's what my vitamins are flavored is cherry. So like I like Dr. Pepper though, even though it's cherry.
Dr. Pepper, I didn't even register it's a cherry flavor, but yeah, Dr. Pepper I guess is passable, but pretty much anything else is like.
I still don't like Dr. Pepper as much. I still like root beer the most. So out of soda. I still like juice more. A lot of juices more, especially since ones that are made with real fruit. Because it's like I love the taste of fruit. So like apple juice, most of the time it doesn't taste that great, but when you can make it, it's really good.
It is.
Root beer, I'm pretty particular about my root beer. It needs to be. It's got to be one of the higher quality root beers, like a homemade root beer, A&W's.
Homemade is just the best.
Because like Barks or a lot of the other like super cheap root beers, I cannot touch.
Yeah. For some reason, I like the Walmart one the most, though. I don't really know why, but it tastes like it has less ingredients, and because it has less ingredients, it feels simpler than like something like A&W's, where A&W's feels full of like flavorings, or I don't really know, like not seasoning, but it tastes like they over seasoned it. Like that's what it tastes like. I'm just like, like what am I drinking here? Like this tastes like too much, man. Like see, and I drink the Walmart flavor, and it's like this tastes like a little bit like less like. I'm still drinking the same amount, but it tastes less intense. It tastes more basic and easy to understand, and then my head likes it because of that. So, or at least my brain does.
Yeah. See, and I wouldn't be able to touch the Walmart one, but A&W's is one of the few that I know for a fact that I actually really enjoy.
Oh, that's interesting. So we're like opposites.
Yep.
I like having less taste in most things. Like if something's over seasoned, it's super easy for me to tell. I think I'm a little bit hypersensitive when it comes to flavors. So like I can taste the syrup more than other people. And so if it has too much, like if you've ever had those syrup flavor things that you can get for like for your soda or coffee.
Yeah, I know what you're talking.
I use them for soda. And if you ever put too much, like for me, it's like, okay, I can really taste that this is wrong. Like I put the wrong amount in here. There's too much.
Oh,
so like,
hold on. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I just gained a new piece of Xbox news. This should be interesting. The Fable reboot has been delayed to 2026.
Oh,
they need more time.
Wait. Hey, at least, honestly, I'd rather they just say, yeah, we're going to need more time, if they're making games of ones that people have enjoyed in the past, especially something like Fable. I've touched it limitedly, but I've really liked I really liked it. And so I'd rather they take time rather than pushing it out in an incomplete state.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, is this the same Fable game that was revealed like who knows how long, and it just revealed a freaking ugly looking character in it?
Yeah. Apparently, there has been some developing issues because Playground Games, the people who are making it, they are the Forza Horizon devs. They've never made an RPG before, so the shift was a bit new for them.
Mm.
Hold on, someone's calling me BRB.
Yeah, it sucks that it's been delayed, but I'd rather have it be delayed and have it actually be a good game on launch rather than need to wait a year or two to buy it before it's actually a good game. I.e., one of the prime examples I can think of is Cyberpunk. It was garbage, straight garbage pretty much at release. But now, it's actually a pretty good game. I'd much rather have it take time to actually bake and be a good game. That's what companies should be doing, is being realistic and this, if we release it in its current state, it's going to be garbage. We're going to give our devs more time. Rather than doing what a lot of companies seem to be doing and just rushing in so that people can have it, and then it's pretty much unplayable for the first few months to year.
Yeah, the only thing that I'm wondering is, are they going to be able to... I don't think they'll be able to... I don't think capturing the original feel of Fable will be, a thing for them to do, because I don't think they're going to try. But at least, try and do the same, humor and feel, to some extent.
Yeah.
Because if it's different enough, then it's not going to be Fable.
Mm-hmm.
That's like turning World of Warcraft into a first-person shooter.
No. If you're going to separate yourself from World of Warcraft itself, then maybe it's okay and make it into something else. But no, it needs to be done in a very specific way with tons of foreknowledge that you're separating and going in a different direction.
Yeah. If you're gonna go in a different direction, you have to at least make it so that it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, then Beck.
I'm pretty sure... Let's see, so...
Hey, Russell, when are we... Oh, sorry. Keep going.
Other than Outer Worlds 2, I don't know about any... I don't think there's any other Xbox game releasing in the later half of 2025. So I think it might just be Avowed, South of Midnight, and Doom the Dark Ages. Oh, and Outer Worlds 2.
No clue for sure. Yeah, I remember Outer Worlds 2 was coming this year. Split Fiction, was that this year or?
Yes, that is actually that's actually next week. That is next week.
Civ 7 I think was a week ago. Those are the main three things I remember from the Xbox showcase.
Split Fiction. Yeah, it is next Thursday.
Okay. Bro, or maybe not Xbox, but the one when we all met at your house. Those are the three things I can remember. Yeah, Game Awards. I got myself slightly conflicted, but I remember Split Fiction came up during that, and so I got myself confused. As well as Outer Worlds too.
I have heard rumors, apparently, that the Halo Combat Evolved remake will not be the next Halo game we will be getting. Apparently, the rumors are it's going to be a Halo multiplayer spin-off from a different developer.
I mean, I'm not surprised. Yo, Russell.
Yeah.
When are we playing Carry the Glass?
Wait, you and I?
Yeah.
Oh, do you have it?
I have it for a while now.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say, I could swear that we talked about it like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he was gonna grab it so you two could do a recording on it.
Yeah, me and Daniel and I got a copy. I didn't record a session, but yes, I would love to do that. So Wednesday is one of my days off, but I don't know what's your schedule like because it's all up to you.
As in this Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay, I work tomorrow. I leave at 2, so hopefully there's nothing else that comes up or that my manager doesn't keep me there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Split Fiction is going to be 85 gigs.
Oh, I thought you were going to say $85.
That's what I thought you were going for too at first, and I'm like, holy crap! Like
I don't care how cool the game is; it's not worth it that much. It's a story mode game.
Yeah, that's why I say $100 for GTA 6 is just a bad decision.
Yeah.
But
I hope it's net negative for them.
Hopefully, because that'll teach game companies they need to go back down in price rather than keep trying to continue upwards.
Yeah, like I get the game can be expensive nowadays, but it doesn't mean that you have to up the price for the game itself.
Mm-hmm.
I think $70 is a bit I think that's like a bit excessive still. I think 60 I was comfortable with. 70 I'm not sure.
I wasn't even comfortable with that.
Yeah, even 70 is a bit uncomfortable. Like, if we started doing quadruple A games that are actually releasing in a fully complete state that are slightly better than the AAA, then okay, maybe 70 to 90 is a good range for normal copies. But where games are releasing it from AAAs uncompleted right now, no, they should continue to be 60 or below.
True.
Yep.
I don't understand why people are relying so much on GTA. Like, people think it's influential like Nintendo, and people are hating it because it's controversial for no reason at all.
I think it's funny because if it does actually release this year, I don't think it will. I think it's going to get delayed to next year. There's no way they're getting it out on time. But
and then the memes are going to keep going.
If it does actually come out this year, every other game developer is going to panic and try to not release their game close to GTA 6's launch because they're basically setting up their game to die if that happens.
True.
Any game dev on PC should be completely fine.
Oh wait, aren't they not putting GTA 6 on PC at launch? I think they said it was only
last
console.
I've heard, it's not even in in talks yet for
that's crazy.
GTA 6 to be released to PC. No time frame for PC release, which is part of the reason why I have zero care for GTA 6 is because I'm not buying some new modern day I'm not buying the new Xbox or PlayStation so I can play GTA 6.
Not gonna lie, I would have rather preferred Rockstar make Red Dead 3 or Bully 2 instead.
Dude, so like the reality I've come to terms with is that in order for me to actually afford, like to keep gaming, I have to make a return on the investment somehow. And so that's kind of what my channel is for. It's just because right now I got $20 from it, just off of the ad revenue and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, that's not sustainable for life, but like, you know, if I get like, if I start getting a little bit more success in some of my videos, I can make like $100 a month, right? It's like $12,000 a year just for gaming. You know, that's fine.
Yeah.
12,000? What did I say? No, 1,200.
Mm-hmm.
Not 12,000.
We registered what you were saying, and honestly, in my circumstances, I agree. Like if I'm being paid to play games, like specific games, because people are chipping in to help me be able to do it. Like my community explodes to the point where people can all chip in to help me buy a new PlayStation or Xbox that would be able to run GTA 6 and then GTA 6. Okay, I guess I'll go ahead and take a look at it, but I kind of think that's unlikely, and I'd rather I'd rather not have that be an even possible expectation in the slightest, because I just want people to enjoy their time. And so, like, if they enjoy what they're seeing, then they can support me, but I don't want to feel obligated to necessarily. But I will if people are willing to.
Well, and here's the thing though, you don't package it like, hey, help me buy more video games. It's,
oh yeah,
hey,
no.
Help support. If you like what you see, this is how you can support the channel.
Yeah.
Right. And guarantee more videos and with like fresh games.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which my panels, I get, like I was looking at it. I need to update my stream panels, etc. sometime soon to do a bit better of a job at explaining that. But yeah, like if people enjoy my stuff and want to support me, like right now I am an affiliate, so like subs and bits on Twitch are a thing, and I definitely wouldn't mind, because then it like you were saying, it helps support me enough to possibly be able to get new games for new content rather than just what I've already got. Now, what I've got, I feel like it is fun, and I find enjoyment from it, but there are definitely other stuff that I could add to also find enjoyment. Anyway, let's see. Oh, so a few weeks ago, Russell, you and I were talking about like creating content that we ourselves enjoy. Like as I've been doing more rendering and stuff for to prepare uploads for VODs for YouTube, it's been dawning on me, like I used to absolutely actually hate hearing my voice, but more and more, like I could actually go ahead and just pull up my content and watch / listen to my content, because I find it just like in a perfect niche for me specifically, like the content I enjoy.
Yeah. Power wash.
I'm curious, is that game good? Because like I never caught that much interest in it.
If you have patience, I think it can be fun if you have patience, etc. So I was playing it for a few hours on like Saturday night or Sunday or something. Just playing a game that I feel comfortable playing offline, etc., and just zoning out pretty much. Like if you do it in a methodical it can be fun, but also it can be boring depending on the types of games and stuff you like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway. Need to use the restrooms, so I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna run some ads while I'm up talking to stream specifically there.
Mustard. Shut up.
What?
Gotta entertain his viewers.
Oh.
While he's away.
Okay, I'm curious. Have any of you guys have seen the new Captain America movie?
What is Colby? No, it's not even Colby. It's some freaking what is his name? Finley.
Finley.
In this video, he's like, "Oh, I'm so excited to do heroin."
What? You can't say that.
Is he on?
Is it from your video or?
Yeah.
Maybe I should do a video on Nuclear Nightmare. I'm going this way. I'm gonna follow somebody. Alright. Time to go. I guess it's very Nuclear Nightmare. I don't know.
What the fuck does this mean?
Thank God. Sorry, someone died up here. Anyone out there? Anyone can hear me? Look at this. Tell me where you from. A place I've never known. A place I've never known. Can see it in your eyes. Somewhere that you call home. Somewhere that you call. You're more than we've all been waiting. See a people evaporating. Let's it's no destination. Come play. Got my pupils dilated. Flashing lights, I'm feeling pain. I can feel my face turning.
Okay, I am back.
Welcome back. Hey guys, I got a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does this mean about like required sponsorship for employment visa status?
Long, short, you're a native citizen. You don't need to worry about that.
Oh.
Yep.
He's worried about getting deported? Is that
No, you only need a visa if you're like an immigrant. So
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to worry about that, but the best thing is just ask your boss anyway. So.
Wait,
yes. What?
Wait. So wait. Why? What's happening? Why did this even get brought up?
Alright, I'm gonna go eat some food.
It feels not as late as it is.
5:30.
Feels like 2. And I want it to be 2.
I'm mostly like applying for a job.
Yeah. So the long short of what that means is if you're trying to, like, if you are specifically coming to the States for work, are you going to need to obtain a visa to be able to be allowed to actually do the work is what that question is asking. And why I said long short doesn't matter to you because you are a citizen.
Yeah. What is this?
Gonna deafen in Discord for a minute. Okay, stream. We are gonna finish web fishing here for the day and swap over to the hunter. Call of the Wild, just because now, yeah, we've been fishing for a bit, and so now, yeah, I was in the mood for hunting and fishing. I've done fishing for a bit, and now I'm wanting to go and do some hunting. So yeah, now we are going to go ahead and swap over to that. Let me make sure my there we go. Okay, yeah, that is working. Oh yes, there we go. Done. Please update this time. Okay, there we go. That time it didn't. Save and